All right, we're gonna keep it online. This is the last thing on the wish list. I want our online characters to be able to actually talk. This ties back to the two previous points. One reason the online story never hit the same as single player DLC is because your character is completely mute. Gives off Claude from GTA 3 vibes. That was cool when GTA 3 released. It wasn't cool for GTA 5. Everyone else in these cutscenes are having a full conversation, and your character is just standing there. I do think he grunts sometimes or makes a noise, but no dialogue, no reaction really, just nothing.
I wonder why they did it like that. Is it because they can't really record any voice lines for a specific character because it could vary on appearance and gender? I think that's the underlying reason why. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duplays here, back with some more GTA reaction videos for you guys. GTA 6, obviously. Today we're reacting to GTA 6 Absolutely Needs This. Let's get into it.
I keep saying it, we're getting close. GTA 6 is going to be here before we know it. Once Rockstar makes that big summer marketing push, the months are going to fly by. We're basically there, especially with the amount of content we're going to be getting from creators and from Rockstar. But I realized something. What kind of GTA channel would I be if I didn't make an official wish list? Now, I'm keeping it fairly realistic outside of the first thing on my list. The first thing on my list may be a little unhinged, but we're not going, for the most part, we're not going to be talking crazy stuff like being able to enter every building or making the map the size of the United States. I want to talk about things that we could
That second one is so unhinged and insane. A map the size of the USA. Imagine exploring all of that. Imagine the amount of development time that would need. Rockstar would probably have to collaborate with studios to do that, or they'd have to expand like their their company. Like they'd have to have like probably 50 times the amount of studios they have now. Like one studio, a set of studios for each state. I don't even. That's insane. I don't even want to think about
actually
undertaking
get.
something that
I'm
huge.
talking about things Rockstar could actually deliver considering the amount of time and money they've put into developing this game. And honestly, there are two things. There's going to be six things on this wish list. There are two things on this list that I feel Rockstar kind of owes us after GTA 5. Welcome to Regular Day Maneuvers. I appreciate you stopping through. And to all the new folks, welcome. Let's get into it. First thing, let's start with the most selfish item on my wish list, a copyright-free radio station. Now I know this one doesn't apply to most people.
I know what he's gonna say for content creators because I'll be prepping to do a video in GTA, or I will be in video. Well, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't worry about it if I haven't pressed record yet. But there are times when I'm driving somewhere, I'm recording, and then I remember, oh right, I have to turn the music off because I don't want to get copyright striked or claimed. So it would be nice to have a copyright-free station so we can just blast it and not have to worry about any legal repercussions where it pertains to content. I know
Right?
that's what he's
Over
gonna say.
90% of the players could care less about this. But this is some creator talk right here. Shout out to my people posting content online. Get active in the
Yes,
comments.
sir.
I actually got a comment on my things not to do in GTA 6 video. Check that out. It's a banger. And the comment said, I feel bad for creators because y'all can't listen to music without getting copyrighted or something along those lines. And I've thought about this for a long time. So that comment was a real one. It was 100% true. Music is such a big part of GTA. But because of copyright claims, I literally play GTA 5 with the radio turned off the most of the time. And I'll show you what happened when I didn't have the radio turned off. And that's a shame. Look, a real solution would be to just stop posting videos and enjoy the game offline, right? You ain't nobody forcing me to put videos on YouTube. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm already all in on making content, so y'all don't get this Let's Play.
Same,
I always
same,
felt like
same.
Rockstar could solve this by buying the rights to certain songs. And I'm not talking about major artists, major songs. Pretty much just bringing in new artists and creating a station that's safe for us creators to use. it could be timed. It could be a year, 2 years, 3 years where this music is, well, if your videos are up, you're going to get copywritten. But so it can't be timed. But maybe just spotlight up and coming artists with some dope tracks. At this point, I'll even take some folk music. I just can't be out here committing crimes to silence. You gotta be a lunatic to do that. Now, look, I know most of y'all don't care about this, and I'm so
Agreed.
honestly, you shouldn't, but this is my wish list, and this is kind of big for me. But if you're wondering what happens when you forget to turn the music off in a video, YouTube will remind you real quick. This is a representation of that. All right, next up,
Yep.
the fighting system. Maybe I'm being nostalgic, right? Because, us older gamers, everything was better back in the day, right? Even half the time it wasn't, but we say it. But didn't GTA 4 have better fighting mechanics than GTA 5? I feel like Nico Bellic had hands. And I know the fighting was motion captured by Boss Rutan, UFC fighter.
And I think I know where he's gonna segue, what he's gonna segue into with this one. Because GTA 6, we saw like the 2-3 second clip of Lucia in some type of fight club, so we know we're gonna get some like MMA style fighting stuff. It's probably gonna be like a location on the map that you can go to do fights, probably even for money, probably even sports bets on it, on stuff like that. So I would like to think, based off of that footage, that Rockstar will, not only include another fight club. We know it's going to be in there. Hopefully it's not just from a cutscene. I really do hope it's another game mode or another event activity on the map, which is the more likely case. And yeah, it will include a lot of various fighting styles. I think San Andreas had different fighting styles, but yeah, I hope that's the case.
So I just felt like there were more moves, more weight to the punches. It just felt more satisfying. Now, I haven't played GTA 4 in over a decade, right? I played the main story once when I got it, and I never went back to it. So maybe I'm remembering it wrong because we start to do that. Everything's better back in the day. But regardless, if it was better than GTA 5 or not, GTA 6's fighting system needs to be way more advanced. Now, I understand what GTA is, right? It's always been a jack of all trades, master of none type of game. It does so many things that it's hard to truly master one system. But with the amount of time and resources Rockstar has put into GTA 6, I think the game should aim to master a few things, right? The fighting, shooting, and driving. You should be a master at those systems. You can do everything pretty good, but those should be outstanding. I want a learning curve to fighting. I want moves that unlock as the game progresses. I understand this is not an RPG, but they should throw some wrinkles this time. We should see some things that we've never seen in GTA. Give us different fighting styles, different combos, environmental interactions. Let me throw somebody into a wall or through a window. I've been dying to do it. Look, there's actually a moment in the trailer where Jason slams a guy against the car. It looks incredible. I just hope it's actual gameplay mechanics and not just a cutscene. They did say that trailer is
Yeah, exactly. Just like I was
gameplay,
saying with the Fight
50%
Club.
cutscene. So I'm going to say that's gameplay. And the thing that really gives me hope is Lucia's bio. She's a fighter. Then we get the screenshot of her hitting the punching bag. So I do think that this wish is actually going to come true. I think the fighting is going to be much better. Next up, and this one's kind of boring, but it's my list. Smarter NPCs. Now, technically, this has already been hinted at through Rockstar patents, but it's still on my list because I do believe that this is GTA 6's secret sauce. I think this is what is going to separate this game from anything we have ever seen. GTA has always been the gold standard when it comes to NPC behavior, but GTA 6 needs to take it to another level. I do believe we're getting it, but I really want to see this. Look, let me give you all an example. It's one thing to say you want something, but like, how do you want it? Look, we need like modern day behavior, right? People behave different in 2026 than they did in 2013. And I think GTA 4 came out in 2008, right? So here,
Yeah, it did.
look at the scenario. Your character starts crashing out in Burger Shot. NPCs should start pulling out their phones and recording you, right? If you beating somebody up inside of
And we already have some level of this in Grand Theft Auto 5, but the more memorable instances would be if you're driving a really nice car, then you would always see NPCs take their phone out and take a picture. They'd even say it, you'd actually hear them talking. And if you were I don't know, stalking them, messing with them, talking to them, and they didn't want that, they would run away and then they'd pull their phones out and call the police. So I have no doubt that Rockstar is going to expand on that. Also, if I remember correctly, if you would do a burnout at a stoplight next to a NPC in a car, then it will prompt them to race you. There's like a whole list of stuff, small details in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I have no doubt these will be expanded on in 6. So I believe what he's saying here is going to be the
A
case. I
burger
have no
spot.
doubt.
What's going to happen in real life? People going to record it. Let's take it to another level. Imagine if those clips showed up in GTA's in-game social media, because that's what would happen.
Yes, and I think I spoke on this in a previous video. The social media, all of the crazy stuff that you do in game is going to be on the social media, and it might, depending on the morality of what you do, if it's illegal, whatever, could make it easier for police to locate you. You could just be going about your business, and police are trying to hunt you down. So the social media could make it so that law enforcement is that much more strict, and you have to watch your back even more. I really do hope that's the case. That would
In
make
real
the
life.
gameplay so
And
interesting.
you're not going to convince me that GTA 6 is not going to have a social media that's actually fully functional. I do believe that's going to happen as well. But that would be amazing. You can see your crash out online. It'll live in infamy. All right. Maybe, look, maybe some NPCs even try to restrain you when you're causing chaos. Maybe others hide behind objects and call the police, and that's how you get a star. Not just you punch somebody and star pops up, because that's not realistic. We need the police to be alerted of my unhinged behavior. Right now in GTA 5, NPC reactions are pretty basic. They either run away or fight back. Right? Those are the two things you're going to get. We need more variety in those reactions. I believe we're getting all of this. A bunch of people have made videos on NPCs.
I do. I really do
haven't
think we're
really
getting
watched
everything.
them because I didn't just want to regurgitate things they've said as my own, or I haven't looked at the patents. I just know they exist. Look, if more buildings are enterable, which it looks like it will be, we need to see people walking in and out of them naturally.
That's another thing that's huge for me with open world games, not being able to enter buildings. At this point, we've all repeatedly heard the 700 enterable buildings thing. I really do hope at the very least that is the case. 700 is a lot. And you know, it would be cool too, but I feel like this is something we'll get more with like 7, Grand Theft Auto 7, or maybe it's in 6, and I'm not giving 6 enough credit. I mean, we haven't played it yet, so who knows, but you know, it would be cool, like being able to just walk into a house with a family, a dad, a wife, the husband, wife, and the kids, see them going about their routine, eating breakfast, watching TV, and then you just go in there and just like blast them, as dark as that is. And then you go into a hospital, you see patients, you see the doctors and nurses, the paramedic staff, blah, blah, blah. Same thing if you're going to a police station, same thing if you're going to the schools in game. If those are enterable and they do exist, I feel like that'd be really interesting too.
The goal for GTA 6 is to make us feel like the NPCs are actually living their own lives. That's the goal. That's how you create immersion. In GTA 5, you'll see people standing outside of a coffee shop, right? Instead of going in it because they can't, right? So realistically, they should be inside, but now they're all gathering outside of places that they should be inside of. So we need more realistic NPCs. I know we're getting them. It's just to what extent. Next up, single player DLC. Yeah, I said it. And this is a more of a long-term wish, but I really hope Rockstar does this again. Now, I feel like they owe us this. Dan Houser actually confirmed that GTA 5 had single player DLC planned, but it got canceled because GTA Online exploded in popularity. And he even said it was half finished. It was Trevor as a double agent, I believe he said. It's disappointing that got canned, because I love me some good single player DLC. The Lost and Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony were incredible expansions. I was almost certain we get something like that for GTA 5, but it never happened. This time around, Okay, because they were kind of caught off guard to how popular
At
GTA
least we know
Online
why it
was.
didn't happen.
But this time around, there's nothing about GTA Online success that should surprise Rockstar. There's no popularity level that would catch Rockstar off guard. So they already know it's going to be huge. So hopefully they just plan for both. Because there's always a side character in GTA that everyone ends up loving. Rockstar usually knows exactly who those characters are. I feel like we should have got single player DLC based around Lamar. We all fell in love with Lamar. So I hope they already have a roadmap that includes giving that character, whoever it's going to be, their own single player expansion. And remember, those DLCs from GTA 4 were not free. So Rockstar makes money off of them. So it's not like I'm asking for free content.
Yes,
Now, if
sir.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and stand in Rockstar's
Yeah, I'm sure we'd gladly pay for it, bro. We'd gladly
shoes,
pay for
the
DLC.
reason they might not do
I
it
mean, we
is
already are
really
for other
simple.
games.
The more time players spend in single player, the less time they spend in
The less
GTA
time in
Online
online.
buying shark cards. But
Yes.
honestly, I don't care. Give us fan service. The older I get, the more I appreciate single player experiences, the less of a social gamer I am. Now, let's get into GTA Online for the wish list. And this is something Rockstar actually does owe us, in my opinion. They owe us this. The last one felt like they owed us. This one, they owe us. I'm gonna double down on this. A robust character creation system, because GTA 5 system was terrible. The whole genealogy system they used, it just wasn't it. Like I'm making a character based on my mother's father's uncle, my ancestors. Look, most
I think they should just focus on customizing yourself rather than having all of this, rather than having your ancestors. As you were saying, the genealogy, I think it should just be just give me a blank slate and let me customize myself. Because with the genealogy thing, you don't really have full control of how you turn out. You do by selecting the mom and the dad, but then remember, your genes are a mix of theirs. No, just give me direct control over my avatar.
characters
That's
ended
all
up
we
looking
need to
like they
do.
came from a different planet or they just got done smoking a sherm stick. Just give us a system where we can actually make normal looking characters, more hairstyles, more facial options, more customization. Ideally, let's get into ideally, and I don't think this is going to happen.
I know what he's about to say. Just let it scan you and put yourself in the game. I'm guessing this is him, but yeah, Dave himself. The guy we're watching right now. But yeah, that would be very awesome. I think you need one of those like 3D model scanners to like get your full body in. You need some additional hardware for that, which is fine. And then you just have somebody scan you all the way around. Or you just like switch hands when you need to scan the other arm. And then it will have the thing on screen that shows what percentage of the body is scanned, and then when it's done, it will just upload everything. That would be cool, but it's not gonna happen.
I'd
But
love
it
to
would be
see
cool.
something like the face scan technology used in their sister company 2K, NBA 2K. They use the face scan technology. Now, I doubt Rockstar will actually do that because I know how y'all act online. First thing that would happen is somebody scans a celebrity. Now we got Martin Luther King robbing liquor stores in GTA Online. I don't think Rockstar wants that.
I didn't even think about that. There's so much BS and propaganda that, well, I should say propaganda. It's a game, but there's so much BS that would occur. And I mean, it's already going to be a lot of BS because it's GTA. When was this video recorded, by the way? Because this looks like the TouchWiz era of Samsung. This looks like, yeah, this is a S6.
At smoke. So
Yeah.
yeah, they probably
Maybe he
stay
still
away
has
from
one.
that.
I
But
don't
at the
know.
very least, we need a far better character customization, and I think that Rockstar knows that. All right, we're gonna keep it online. This is the last thing on the wish list. I want our online characters to be able to actually talk. This ties back to the two previous points. One reason the online story never hit the same as single player DLC is because your character is completely mute. Gives off Claude from GTA 3 vibes. That was cool when GTA 3 released. It wasn't cool for GTA 5. Everyone else in these cutscenes are having a full conversation, and your character is just standing there. I do think he grunts sometimes or makes a noise, but no dialogue, no reaction really, just nothing.
I wonder why they did it like that. Is it because they can't really record any voice lines for a specific character because it could vary on appearance and gender? I think that's the underlying reason why. They would have to like have some system where you talk into a mic and then the game like analyzes your voice type and then uses that for the in-game online character. That's the only way I can see that working, like some AI thing.
Look, if my character is part of the story, let him have a voice or let her have a voice. When you're creating your character, let us choose from a few voice options. Now, it doesn't have to be a ton of dialogue because I understand what that would entail to have your online character talk, but just enough to make the story feel natural. I understand that means paying voice actors. I get it. You know, this is a business, but just
Exactly,
keep the
yeah.
dialogue limited and it should work. Honestly, that would make GTA Online's story updates feel a lot more like mini single player DLC, right? So that way, if we don't get that single player DLC, because that's not a lock, if we don't get that, at least our characters talking online, so it does feel you are more connected to the story. All right, so that's 6 things on my wish list, and trust me, I got a lot more. So yeah, there's gonna be a part 2, right? I'm a little wordy. I didn't want to turn
And
this
probably
video
a
into
part three.
a full length film. So there's gonna be a part 2. Look out for that. We're officially on the road to GTA 6, and I got you covered from all angles. I'm approaching this game from different angles without making up fake news. More videos are on the way. I appreciate you watching. I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.
All right, let's see the comments real quick. I feel like online characters should stay quiet because it was intended for the user to be the voice. And if you're doing a heist with 3 other friends, it would seem like if they all had the same voices and dialogue. There's also some truth to that. This is why I didn't think of that. This is why I made these videos, because now I gotta rethink what I actually want. Music seems like it's going to be a big part of the game. It will, undeniably. I think they'll have a whole radio station with original songs. Here's a fun fact about GTA 5. The Sandy Shores Motel is almost an exact replica of the real-life North Shore Hotel in Motel in California. I'm not surprised. They really do, like, represent California exceptionally well in 5. I won't read too much in the history of that. Also, to add to NPCs being more realistic, they shouldn't overreact to little things. Like if I drive my car to a lower speed to get to my garage, I expect the NPCs to get mad, but they should start running. They should also be smart enough to avoid me if I'm firing my gun, and to also take cover hide instead of running towards me or near me. GTA 6 Online does not drop November 19th. The LoL story mode does. It's not that deep, bro. Yeah, you're right, but it's not that deep. Relax. You know what he meant. It needs so you can actually get gas, and your car needs gas, and you gotta eat and sleep. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. I've thought about the gas thing. That would definitely add realism. I don't think people would like it. There's mods for it with 5. I'm sure people already know that. I mean, I guess it just depends on how long the tank is lasting. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna do that. I don't know. I haven't heard much people saying that. My prediction: GTA 6 isn't going to come out until PlayStation 6 comes out. The game will be so complex and the PS5 won't be able to handle the frame rates of the game, bro. It's literally made for PS5 and Xbox Series S. That's pure BS. Anyways, that was my reaction to things GTA 6 absolutely needs. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow my socials there in the description. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Goodbye.